Saturday 27th of June 2026. I've just left the village of Kilworths where I'm from, back down that way, and I'm off out on an adventure which will be quite different to my usual style, so this will be an interesting day. Let's go. Welcome to the Northamptonshire countryside on a beautiful summer's morning. Spectacular stuff. Yeah, welcome back, hope you're well. As I just said, I've left the village of Kilworths where I'm from. It's further back down this road. And I'm heading this way towards the next village up, which is called Cold Ashby. And as I said a minute ago, this adventure is going to feel quite different to my normal ones. If you've watched my videos for a while now, you'll know that I generally do circular routes or like an A to B route. Today I've thrown all that out the window, and the aim for today is that I haven't got a plan. I'm just walking out, and it's just how often can I get lost? But when I say lost, I mean in a positive way. You know, not lost where your life's in danger, but I'm gonna head to Cold Ashby. There's a footpath on the outskirts of the village there which kind of heads northwesterly, and I'm just going to hook up to that, and I'm just going to walk down it, and that's my plan for the rest of the day. Just hook up to footpaths, country roads, canals, rivers, whatever. Just go on instinct basically and see where I end up. I'm trying to head in roughly a northwesterly direction. The reason is, as I said, I want to stumble across places that I've never explored before, never been to before. And this northwestern sliver that I'm aiming for is the only part of Northamptonshire that I don't really know that well. So I think after a couple of hours of walking, I'm going to sort of be in uncharted territory, if you get what I mean. I'm not going to know where I am really. Whereas if I headed like south, I've lived in Northamptonshire all my life, so if I headed roughly south, I'd end up in a part of Northamptonshire where I grew up, where I know all the villages, so it wouldn't have the same vibe. So yeah, my initial aim is to aim for this footpath in Cold Ashby, and then it's just a case of seeing where I end up. I'm going to aim, hopefully get around 35-40 kilometres in, and just see where I end up at the end of the day. There's a lot of intrigue and mystery about this one, which I kind of like. So yeah, just going on instinct really when I approach footpaths. If it feels right, I'll hook up to it and see where I end up. This video, this idea, this concept is inspired by a guy on YouTube called GeoWizard. He's like one of my favourite outdoor adventure channels on YouTube, and he does great outdoor adventures. They're more mission based than sort of my general hikes that I do. He does like sort of straight line missions across a section of the countryside where you can't deviate more than like 50 or so metres from a set line. Then he does other missions where he goes for a city route using roads, and he's got a series on his channel called Tenner in My Back Pocket. So he lives in the town of Lichfield, so he puts a tenner in his back pocket, gets a backpack with just like a sleeping bag, a bit of water, just the essential stuff, and he just walks out his door and heads sort of roughly north, and he just sees where he ends up. I think he walks for like 3 days, and just with this £10 note, just getting by on that, and it's just such a great video. I love it. It's really cool, and he gets a lot of help from strangers along the way, which is brilliant. So that's kind of inspired this idea. I'm not giving myself a set budget, and I'm just doing it for one day, but if I enjoy it, then maybe at some other point I could turn it into like a 2-day thing. Yeah, just go with it really. So yeah, this is completely different to my usual style. So let's see what the day has in store. I'll bring you back shortly. Right, I've passed through the village of Cold Ashby, so that's that initial planned section of the walk out of the way, and now I'm on this footpath which I've never gone down before, so the adventure has officially started now. I just got to a little junction along the footpath. A bit further back there was like a right hand turn or a left hand. I've gone taking the left hand turn because I think the right one could have, who knows, it could have veered off back round towards Kilworths, so I've taken the left option because that was heading in a more northwesterly direction, which is roughly what I'm heading for. So yeah, here we go. Let's see what happens here. I have got a map. I've got on my phone. I'm using a website, footpathmap.co.uk, which I am going to use because, as you know, sometimes when you go down footpaths, they can become quite obscure and they're not very clear. So I don't want to veer off a footpath and end up going on private land. So from time to time, if I get in a bit of a sticky situation, I'll get the map out and just sort of make sure I'm on the right track. But when I open the website on my phone, it's going to be on its most zoomed in kind of setting, if you get me, so I'm never going to know what's more than a few hundred yards ahead on the map. So it keeps that element of surprise. So yeah, that's one of the only times I use the map. Also, another time I use the map, say if a footpath spits me out onto what looks like a busy road, I'll use the map then just to sort of make sure I know where the next footpath is. I don't want to be walking up busy roads for too long. So yeah, in the interest of safety, I will load up the map. But yeah, I'll try and reveal the least amount of sort of my surroundings as possible when I when I do open up the map. So it's just a safety thing. And also, later on in the day, basically since Tuesday, we've had a heat wave, and temperatures have been insane. It's been like 35 plus degrees like every day since Tuesday, which for the UK that's quite rare, so it's been proper hot. Today it's actually cooled down a bit. We're going to get up to around 29 degrees today. And there's a bit of a breeze, so this actually feels really pleasant. I wouldn't, if it was 35 today like it has been the past few days, so I wouldn't have done this walk. It would have been too hot to walk out in because it was brutal. It's a bit cooler today, so yeah, I decided to go out on this adventure, and it feels good, to be fair. But with this heat wave, it's triggered loads of like massive thunderstorms, and today we've got a 20% chance of a thunderstorm, isolated thunderstorms this afternoon, evening. So if I can see there's like a storm brewing up, I'll look on my weather app and just see what the weather's doing. And if it looks like there's a storm heading our way, obviously I'll load up the map then just to find the nearest village so I can reach it and potentially take shelter in like a bus stop, a church doorway, a phone box, whatever. Yeah, you've got to be safe. So apart from that, that's the only time, they're the only situations where I'm going to look at the map. Apart from that, it's just going on instinct, which I love. I mean, yeah, already it feels like a proper adventure is brewing here. So yeah, I'm heading down this footpath. I'm going to try and keep the sun over here because I know I'm heading roughly in the right direction. I mean, obviously the sun's going to move, but I can use it as a bit of guidance. I can see a road coming up which looks quite busy, so I think that could be the Welford Road, which kind of run, if I was to walk that way, it'd take me back towards Gills, but I'm not going to do that. So I assume I'm going to cross the road somewhere at some point, and then I'll push on, and I think at some point I might hit the A14, which is a very, very busy road, which isn't too far from here. Yeah, but for now I'll push on. It's having a bit of water. Whoa. It's a little bit warm, not too bad though. So yeah, you can hear that road the other side of this hedge. That's the A14, quite a busy road. So the footpath sort of goes alongside it for now. And I'm hoping at some point it's going to cross over the A14 and head over this way, because if you see, there's some like foam mast there towards Honey Hill, just outside of Cold Ashby, which I've explored so many times. So I'm hoping the footpath doesn't start creeping back round that way. But to be fair, I don't have to follow just footpaths. I can get on the road, country road or something, or whatever I stumble across to try and get me in that northwesterly direction. So it's all good at the moment. just passed over the A14, as you just saw, and yeah, I'm on a country road now. I'm kind of got a rough idea. That's kind of roughly the way I'm heading for, this countryside here. I've just reached the bridleway, but I've gone down this before. This footpath featured on a walk I did last year, which was called what was it called? Might have been called Last Day of Summer. I think it was a walk where it was quite rainy. So yeah, I don't want to walk on that one because I know that's going to take me back towards sort of Gilsborough direction. So I'm going to walk down this country road. Coming up there is a footpath going up this way. But again, I walked along that one. That's actually on the Jurassic Way, which I walked last month. That will take you towards a place called Hempley Hills. I don't want to go down there. So yeah, for now I'm just going to stick on this road. I think this might take me towards the village of Welford, which I kind of thought might happen in this early stage. Thought I might head towards there. Once I get to Welford, I think that's the point where I cross over into Leicestershire. So there's a bus coming. So yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna I think this road will take me into Welford, and then yeah, as I say, I'm gonna cross over into Leicestershire, and once I get there, there's a few options in Welford which I could do, but I'm gonna try and, as I say, stick north in a rough northwesterly direction. So I know that if I get on one footpath, it's going to take me towards the Market Harbour direction, and again that's on the Jurassic Way, so I don't want to go that way. And then I could also hook up to the Grand Union Canal, which goes through Welford, but I've walked along that as well. So yeah, I'm going to just get to Welford, and then I'm going to try and head in a rough northwesterly direction, whether that be on a footpath or on a road. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'm loving this adventure so far. It's really cool. Look at that old weather vane. I love that. Am I in Kansas? I was going to hook up to this footpath, but you've got to be kidding me. Yeah. No chance I'm going through there. We'll stick on the road. Right, so that's the first time on this adventure that I actually got lost. Yeah, I lost my bearings. The road, what I thought was going to take me into Welford, didn't. So it's called the South Kilworth Road. So, if you see here, you've got the Jurassic Way. So yeah, if you walked up that way, if you walked up that way, that would take you towards Hempley Hills along the Jurassic Way. So yeah, literally just over a month ago, I came down here on the morning of day 3 of my Jurassic Way adventure, and I crossed over this road, and then this road takes you into Welford. So for now I'm going to stick on this South Kilworth Road, it's called. Just over 11.5 kilometres into the walk. It's just coming up to 11 o'clock, so I've come off that busy road, which is just further back there. And yeah, look at this countryside. This is getting proper exciting now. Like I want to roughly head kind of this way, and I can see a church by there. I haven't got a clue what village that is, so it's starting to feel proper like an adventure now. But for now, I'm going to stop for a quick bite to it. I'm getting a bit peckish. I've got a dilemma because I brought a little picnic with me, and I'm feeling quite peckish, and I'd quite happily eat it all now, but I don't know what sort of villages I'm going to stumble across later, if they're going to have shops or whatnot, so I don't want to have all my food now and then kind of shoot myself in the foot, so I'll be disciplined and just have a few bits, but I'll show you anyway. I've got some like lentil salted chips there. I've got a litre bottle of water, and I've also got a 75 millilitre bottle of water there. Got a nice chilled can of Vimto. I've got in there's a satsuma and a nectarine. My favourite fruit is a nectarine, a yellow, this is a white flesh, but a yellow, perfectly ripe, just from the fridge, yellow flesh nectarine is just heaven. That is my favourite fruit. And yeah, I've got an egg mayo sarnie. Yeah, I've got a little cool pack here, so it's all nice and chilled. So yeah, that's my little picnic. And then I might as well show you my setup. So in here I've got my waterproof jacket, in case you have a thunderstorm later. I've got a first aid kit, spare pair of socks just here, got some hand sanitizer. In this pouch, if you can see, I've got a power bank, got my drone for the aerial footage, got a head torch in here, got a little Morocco towel, just in case I get a bit sweaty. Oh yeah, I bought my earpods, just in case I want to listen to some sport later on. That's pretty much it. What have we got? Oh yeah, waterproof trousers in the top pocket there. And I've got my phone case, which I've got my bank card in there, and I've got a £5 note in there as well, just in case I get past a shop and they don't take card. So yeah, that's the setup for today. So I'm probably going to have my nectarine now, I think, and then I'll push on. I've reached a canal. I guess it's the Grand Union Canal. There's a footpath going up this way, or should I get on the canal? I'm going to get on the canal, why not? Let's see where it takes us. How you doing, you right? Just a short stint on the canal. I think I'll get off at this bridge. Shall I go that way or that way? We shall see. I'll make a decision when I get up there. I'm going to head this way. I think that's more in the general direction that I was heading before I got onto the Grand Union Canal. Sorry, so yeah, this way feels right. I think I know where I am. Basically, if you see that tree just there on its own, one of my other passions is landscape photography, and I love like a lonely tree on a hill. So my wife was driving down this road one night from work. I think there'd been a road, she didn't usually come down here, but there'd been a road closure somewhere. So she ended up coming down this road, and so she spotted this tree, and she got home and she said, I found a lonely tree for you. So we came down here a few days later and I took some photographs. So yeah, I've been down this road before, so I know that if I go this way I'm going to reach South Kilworth, because she said it's just past South Kilworth. So I know South, and I think there's North and South Kilworth. I know of both because in one of them there's like quite a fancy hotel, restaurant kind of place, and for the past couple of Christmases, me and my wife, her sister and brother-in-law, we've gone to the hotel and had like a Christmas dinner just to get the Christmas holidays off to a nice start. So yeah, I know, I can't remember if it's in North or South Kilworth though, the hotel. So, but I've been around this part. So yeah, I'll get to South Kilworth and then I'll make a decision on where to go from there. But I'm absolutely loving this so far. This is such a cool adventure, just not knowing where I'm going to go. Just get to a footpath or a road or canal and just decide which way to go. It's great. It's really freeing and feels like a proper adventure. "15 kilometres into the walk now. I've just approached this lovely grassy meadow, and can you just see, just there, it's a big country home there, stately home. Wonder if that is where we go for our Christmas dinner. So if that's the case, I've just gone through South Kilworth, so it would be North Kilworth I'm heading to now. I don't know if it's called Kilworth Hall or North Kilworth Hall, Kilworth House, North Kilworth House. but perhaps that could be it. We'll find out in a bit because the footpath is heading this way. So, but yeah, that may be it. So yeah, if that's the case, I've been to North Kilworth, but beyond there, I don't have much knowledge of the villages and stuff. Oh, look at that. Lovely. Beautiful. Yeah, beyond North Kilworth, my knowledge is very limited on what villages and stuff. I mean, I'm sure if I saw them on the signpost, I'd go, yeah, I've heard of that, but yeah, quite limited knowledge past North Kilworth. So it's warming up a little bit now as we approach midday, but tell you what, it's not nowhere near as hot as the past 4 days. They've been absolute scorchers. So it feels quite comfortable. Coming up to 1:45, temperature's up to around 27 degrees. So it's feeling quite warm, but there is a breeze. So it's just taking the edge off it, so it's okay. Yeah, I've passed through North Kilworth. That house I saw, the big stately home, that was Kilworth House, where we have our Christmas dinner. So it was lovely to see that. But now I'm past North Kilworth, there was a road sign, that said, coming down this road that is, it said Walton and Kimcote, the villages were called, which I've never heard of before, so this is cool. So it was proper adventurous, not knowing where I'm going, I'm loving it. It's really cool. I think I'm going to get to 1 o'clock and then stop for some lunch. So I'm feeling a bit peckish. Sounds like a good plan. The clouds are bubbling up a little bit, so I'll keep my eye on those to see if any storms are brewing or anything like that. But I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, it's completely different to my usual stuff where I'm walking on the planned route. I'm just going with the flow of this one. It feels really cool. Slow down, you crazy fool. Just approaching the village of Walton. There's a little bench under that tree, so I'm going to stop there and have some lunch. Right, I've had my lunch on this little bench. Now it's time to push on. Awesome, I pretty much found a footpath straight away. Back out into the fields, hopefully. Passed through the village of Walton. Nice little village. Yeah, that was good. I had my lunch on the bench there. And as I set off, I was just going through the village and I found a footpath pretty much straight away. So yeah, it smacked me back out into the fields, which, lovely, look at this. Gorgeous. It actually looks like there might be a woodland section coming up soon. I mean, I can't guarantee that because I don't know. As I said, I don't know where I'm heading really. So that's the beauty of this walk. So many unknowns. I could do finding a shop. I'm getting low on water, so yeah, hopefully I'll stumble across a shop at some point, top up my supplies. My hopes of a woodland walk soon evaporated. The footpath just kind of looped around and led me back out onto a road. So. Damn, I was looking forward to that. Upper Bruntingthorpe. I've heard of Bruntingthorpe because there's what I believe is an old RAF base around here somewhere. I'll perhaps send the drone up in a bit and see if we can find it, that'd be cool. Got quite a built-up area down there, right on the horizon. Wonder what that could be. Leicester maybe? Coventry? I'm not sure. But yeah, it's definitely a town or a city down there. "26 kilometres into the walk now. It's just gone 3:15. I'm pushing on well. The good news is I'm back out into the fields. I was on the roads for ages, kind of skirting around the edge of the old Bruntingthorpe Air Base. Yeah, I was on the roads for a long, long time. So yeah, it's great to be back out into the fields and look at this countryside over here. It's getting really hilly. This must be deep into Leicestershire. So yeah, it's fantastic to see that. So that's the good news. The bad news is I just went to send my drone up to try and get some aerial footage of the old airbase, and the connector from my controller to the iPhone snapped, annoyingly, so there's no more drone footage for the rest of the hike. Bit of a bummer that is. I've only had that connector about a month. I bought it when I got a new phone because my phone is a USB-C, so I had to get an adapter that was compatible with the phone. So yeah, I literally bought that before I went on the Jurassic Way hike, and it's already perished, but that's Amazon for you, isn't it? Cheap crap. But yeah, I'll buy a slightly better one when I get home, and then so the drone footage will return for future hikes, don't worry. Right, so the plan is I've kind of going against what I set out to do originally, which was to like have no plan in mind and just go wherever what felt right. But for the next few kilometres, what I'm going to do is, because I'm getting very low on supplies now and it's quite muggy, and so I'm feel myself getting dehydrated, so as I say, I'm back out into the fields. I'm heading to a couple of small villages. I can't remember what they are, but then past those villages, a slightly bigger village. It might be a small town. I think it's a big village though, and it's called Fleckney. And there's a co-op there, so I'm going to head to there. I'm going to resupply, and then I'll perhaps, once I've resupplied, I'll perhaps look at doing another 10 kilometres or so of what I originally set out to do. You know, just walking with no plan, and then yeah, see where I am, and then I'll text my gorgeous wife the location, and then she can come and pick me up. Bless her, she does support me. She does support this channel. Big shout out to Lindsay. So yeah, she's going to come and collect me at the finish point, and then yeah, that'll be it. So yeah, that's the plan. Get to Fleckney and resupply. Yeah, out there. I'm 8 hours into the hike now. Yeah, been going a fair while. I'm 29.5 kilometres in. I think it's just come up to 4:30, so just passed through a village called Shearsby, I think it was called. Nice little village. Lots of horses around there. Nice to say hello to some horses. So yeah, now I'm heading towards Fleckney where the co-op is. I've just had the last of my water, so I'm hoping it's not too far. I need some supplies. I think maybe a bottle of Lucozade will do me good as well. And I'll get some grub as well. Just want to get something salty inside me because I've been sweating for the last couple of hours now. It feels like it's warmed up. This morning it felt, there was a nice breeze, it felt quite fresh. Whereas the last couple of hours it's felt quite muggy, and I mean, yeah, nothing compared to what we've had lately, but yeah, it is warm. So yeah, co-op can't come soon enough. Look at this guy. Yeah, I know, your mates are all down there. Hello! I've resupplied at Fleckley. Stopped at the Co-op. I bought myself a can of Pepsi Max, pretty much down that, outside the Co-op, and then I bought, so I got another litre of water, nice and chilled, a cherry Lucozade, lovely, and a tuna sweet corn pasta, and some granola squares, bit of salt, sugar, bit of energy. So yeah, I'm in the middle of a field. I was looking for a bench in Fletney, sit down and have my food, but I couldn't find one, so I just found a footpath, thought I'd come down here. So yeah, I'll have my dinner with a bit of a view. Got some clouds bubbling up, so keep an eye on that. See if they turn thundery. Weather's not been too bad today, but yeah, it has been a little bit warm, but not too bad. So yeah, I think my plan is once I've eaten my food, I'll perhaps push on, explore for another few miles, and then that'll probably take me up to around about 40 kilometres, and I'll call it a day. Then I'll text Lindsay my location and she'll come pick me up. But yeah, what a great adventure. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I knew where I was at the sort of start of the walk, but after sort of North Kilworth, didn't really have a clue, so that's what I was after. So yeah, happy days, happy with how it's gone. I've just dropped my Lucozade. Ah, a bit of food, some fluids on board. Yeah, got my energy back now. My feet are a little bit sore, sorry, but you would expect that because can't remember, I'm 30 odd kilometres into it now. So, and these boots are relatively new, so I haven't proper worn them in yet. But to be fair, they're doing really good. They feel good. I feel like a nice sturdy pair of boots. So it was a good purchase. Yeah, whilst I was having my dinner, it just all the clouds suddenly started bubbling up. I mean, behind's looking a bit. I think the weather's coming from that way, so it's just turning that colour. I'll keep an eye on it. But around here, you see over here, that's like bubbled up just in the space of a few minutes. So there's energy up there. I've checked on the lightning tracker. There's no active cells around yet, but that could soon change. And they said in the weather, with the amount of energy from this heat wave, these storms could literally pop up in like 15 minutes, go from nothing to a storm in no time at all. So I'll keep my eye on them for now, because yeah, I'm kind of in the fields now, so I don't know how long it is to the next village, so I wouldn't want to get caught out in a storm in the middle of nowhere. But I will keep an eye on what's going on up there. But yeah, for now I'm just going to push on for a few more miles and see where we get to. Someone's having a party over there somewhere. There's a pub over there with somebody performing. You hear it? Stuck in the middle with you. Yeah, tune. Yeah. I can see a lock. Must be approaching a canal, probably the Grand Union Canal. I thought, should we get on it for a little stint? If we can, I will. Let's see. Right, just approached the footpath coming off the Grand Union Canal, so I'll head this way, that's where this goes now. One of the things I hate most about summer hikes is dry, spiky crops brushing against sweaty legs. It's horrible. Oh. Leicester and Oby. Oh, I've definitely heard of those, they're quite big places. Hello. Approaching 40 kilometres into walk now. It's about 7:30 and I've just passed through the village of Great Glen. Great name, I like that, Great Glen. Tell you what, it was rocking in there. I sat on a bench on the village green. As I was coming into Great Glen, I lost a footpath and then I ended up having to go through this like meadow, and it was absolutely, all the grass seeds and stuff were going down my boot. It was rank. It was absolutely rank. So when I got into Great Glen, there was a bench on the green, so I sat there and cleaned my boots out, just had some water, the last of my Lucasade. And there was a pub next to the green, and it was heaving. Loads of music. There was a few houses nearby, and they had house parties going on. It was proper rocking in there. So yeah. So I've set off again, and I'm heading down the footpath towards a village called Bruntingthorpe, which is where I'm going to call this adventure quits. Lindsay's already left, she's on her way, so apparently it's going to take about half hour to get there, so by the time I get to Great Bruntingthorpe, so won't have all that long to wait before Lindsay picks me up. But what a great adventure. I've obviously, because I'm heading to a finish point now, I've looked on the map and stuff, and I'm really surprised how close I am to Leicester City. It's not too far that way, which is amazing. I just think I've walked out my front door in sleepy rural North Northamptonshire, and I've ended up near Leicester City, the hustle and bustle of city life. That's fantastic. I really have enjoyed this adventure. It's been different to my usual stuff. As I said earlier, I usually have a set route, but this one I've just kind of, just gone with the flow and seen where I've ended up. And it's been great, yeah. Proper enjoyed it. And actually, it feels like it could rain. It's kind of gone that colour. I don't think it will, but it doesn't matter. It'll be quite refreshing now. I'm quite pleased, 40 kilometres, well, we're just a touch over 40 in quite high temperatures. Yeah, I've done well. I'm pleased with myself there. So, I'm going to push on to Bruntingthorpe and wait for the gorgeous wife to pick me up. weather update. A cell, it could be this guy here, has just gone active. It's dropped a lightning ping. I mean, it's all the way down in the Cotswolds, so, but it is actually heading this way. So yeah, I may have timed the end of this walk well. So I don't really want to be caught in a storm, but it may fizzle out by the time it gets here. But I'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, like, I'm only half a mile from Burton Overy now, so it shouldn't affect me. But yeah, it is going a bit funky. Temperature's dropped as well, so it's actually feels quite nice and refreshing. So yeah, I'll keep my eye on those beefies over there. I can see Burton Overy. See it just over there, houses. Very nearly there now. So I'll wrap this one up. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've had a great time. Had a great day out. It's been a bit hot and sweaty, and at times I've lost the footpath, and my drone cable snapping was a bit of a bit of a bugger. But apart from that, it's been a really good adventure. Yeah, really enjoyed it. It's just been so cool just to set off out my front door and see where I've ended up. And I think I will do another one of these at some point. I mean, yeah, it's going to be quite hard to sort of get lost, really, because that was the only little sliver of Northampton that I don't really know that well. So I've covered that now. But it doesn't matter, doesn't it? It's just going out without a plan. Even if you head towards places you know, it's still got a nice feel to it. So yeah, I'll definitely do another one of these style adventures. Oh, I can't wait to get to Burton Overy and get picked up. I'll tell Linz to whack the aircon. I'm going to get there, cool down, and then get home and get in the shower because I feel all bitty and sweaty. Did I just say bitty on one of my videos? Bitty. But you know what I mean, I'm all bitty. Yeah, it's not nice. So yeah, get home, have a cool shower, and get some dinner on, and then relax. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll head out on my next adventure probably in a couple of weeks' time. Oh, look at that. You see, yeah, just over. Nice rare light coming through. The clouds, beautiful. Yeah, a couple of weeks' time I'll head out on my next adventure, so tune in for that one. But until then, take care. Here we are. Perfect place to finish.